History isn't just about dates and names. It's all about real people, real lives, and real struggle. During World War II, while the world was at war, another silent battle was being fought in Vietnam, the battle against starvation. This battle, known as the Great Famine, and it took place during the year of Rooster. Estimated 2 million people died from the starvation and disease. Let's travel back in time to learn about this important event in Vietnamese history. Hello everyone, my name is Marus. So today I will tell you about the Great Famine of 1945 in Vietnam. Cause of the famine. First is because of the colonial exploitation. The French, on the other hand, will also think about themselves. They start saving food, possibly think they will need it later when if they regain control or either to fight the Japanese. They didn't share it with the Vietnamese people. Japan took the food. They made the French agree to give them food, especially rice, to help them fight the war. They also made rules that made it hard for rice to be moved around within Vietnam. So even if there was rice in one part of the country, people in other areas couldn't get it. They even told farmers to grow other things like jute and peanuts, which made the rice shortage even worse. Natural disaster. During the famine, there were many terrible droughts, no rain for a long time, and floods, too way much rain. These disasters ruined the rice field and make it impossible to grow enough food. Both the Japanese and the French made the Vietnamese farmer pay high taxes, even though times were hard. It's like being asked to pay a lot of money when you don't have any. Impact on the people. The Great Famine was a truly awful time for the people of Vietnam. It wasn't just about being a little hungry, it was much more. So hungry that they eat anything. People were so incredibly hungry that they had to eat things they normally wouldn't, like tree barks, roots, and even bugs. It was a desperate situation. Kids left behind. The family was so desperate that they couldn't take care of all the children. Sometimes they had to leave children with others, hoping that someone could help them. It was a heartbreaking choice. Selling everything. Families had to sell everything they owned just to get a little bit of food. Getting sick easily. Because people were not getting enough food, their bodies became weak and couldn't fight off sickness. Lots of people got very sick, and some died from disease that wouldn't normally be so serious. The role of Vietnam in fighting famine. Vietnam in 1945 was a terrible situation. Right after it became independent, a horrible famine struck. Millions of people were starving. The new leader, Ho Chi Minh, knew that they had to act fast. Sharing is caring. Ho Chi Minh asked everyone who had a little extra food to share it with those who have none. It like it was like saying we are all in this together. Let's help each other out. Saving for a rainy day. People were encouraged to save a small amount of rice in jars. These jars were then used to help feed those who were starving. Even little bit help. A day of unity. The government organized a special day when people was asked to show their support and help each other. People might give food, help farmers, or just offer words of comfort. It was a way to show that the whole country was working together. Moving food around, the government tried to move food from place that moving food around. The government tried to move try to move food from place that have a little extra to place where people were really suffering. They also made sure that people were not hoarding food or trying to make a profit off the suffering of others. They even stopped people from using imported food crops to make alcohol. Conclusion: the Great Famine of 1945 is a very sad part of the Vietnamese history. It's a reminder of how much people suffered. Even though it was a terrible time, it also showed how strong and brave the Vietnamese people were. They helped each other and never gave up hope. Today, Vietnam works hard to make sure everyone has enough food. But this story reminds us that we must always be careful and work together to prevent such tragedies from happening again. So that's all I tell you about. Thank you for taking time to listen to my presentation.